First of all, Gen Zs wamekataa kujiamini. Because wangekuwa wamejiamini, by now they should having their own church. Wangekuwa wamepeleka Gen Z wengine theology, St. Paul's University, wasome ujenzi, by now wasome kukua pastors. I see them singing in clubs. By now they should be having a praise team. They should be having like a praise and worship team, like ile ya PK pale Rwaka. You understand? So they should not be relying on people that they don't believe in. They should believe in themselves. So kusema they went to JCM, for me, if I was asked, ningewauliza wangefanya service yao. They should believe in themselves and nobody should come to control them. The same way they are saying, we don't want this government. By now, they should be producing to us the president that they want, who is a Gen Z. You understand? Yes. The governor that they want, who is a Gen Z. Have they done political science? Where are they? Where are the Gen Zs that have finished graduating in political science? So they should not criticize what they want to become. That is what I can advise them. So if I want you to come to my school and you feel my school is not good, look for lecturers who can go and study the German language. You as the Gen Zs, go to the TVET, register your own TVET, recruit your own Gen Zs. Yes. They should not make a mistake of relying on you as a journalist to come and rely on your media, and when you mess up, you drag with them. We've been told about leadership. Those who walk behind and watch the people, and those who walk aside. So you should not mislead the Gen Zs as a journalist. You should encourage them also to be where you are so that they stop criticizing what they want to become. So if the Gen Z want to become a president, they should not criticize the president. He should come up and say, I am doing political science. Okay? Yes. Like the way Babu was doing when he was in the university. Now we can see what he became when he was a Gen Z that time. That time he was a millennial. He wants to become now. So let the Gen Z stop gagging anybody in what their interest is. Let them come up and show us you have a skill in manufacturing. You are an artist. Come and show us how can we manufacture the paint because you have the skills. Then look for investors like us who can support your vision, and you start it as a Gen Z. Don't rely to us as millennials to hold your vision, because we have failed the Gen Zs according to them. But if they want us to empower them, we can empower them. Wakianza kanisa, mimi nitaenda vile naendanga Harambee niwape kitu. Wakianza praise and worship team kama ile ya PK Monday worship, mimi nitaenda niwanunulie drum set. Let the Gen Z stopping gagging their life. That is the mistakes we did when we were millennials, and that is the same mistakes the Gen Zs are doing to hold on to somebody, to cling on to somebody. This event is a nice platform because it makes you meet other business women who are in business, who have done it, who have failed and risen up again. And I feel like such a forum was like limited. It should not have been limited as it was today. They could have not limited themselves. Ni kama walijidharau. Next time they should just take a big hall, call many women. We sponsor many women. They also come and listen to what we are doing. And also, we also listen to our viewers. Where did they try their business and it failed? Because next time we want to find somebody who is doing the same business and we're like, oh, we had a listener who had started this business and they failed. So I feel like as much as we are being listened to our advices, we also need to also listen to our viewers. Have you been in business? Are you planning to do business? Like one mistake people do is like one lady told me, I resigned to start my business. Little did I know that my business will not thrive. So such a forum and you hear what people have also failed, not just about the success. I always factor on the success and the failure because it helps me to be careful not to fail like that person failed. But the event was very good, and I want to congratulate Benson for setting up this, and also to expand it to go to the real business. I don't want to tell you that I have a TVET teaching hospitality and housekeeping and the German language, and in reality it is not there. So I'd like also that if we are talking about the women, let's also invite our listeners to come into our businesses. Maybe somebody is doing manufacturing of textiles. Let's go and see what is the factory they're doing. If it is the person doing beauty, let's go to their salon and see what they are doing. Let's also meet the people who are on the ground, and we advise them, you know what, you don't go to sherehe with a profit. You save the profit for a rainy day. So I think we should not stop there. We should have this forum maybe monthly, so that we can be able to learn from each other, and also to safeguard people who wants to go into business and they don't have a direction. Like I said about the AGPO, access to government opportunities. Maybe mtu ni bibi ya mtu na ajui msee wake anatumia jina yake, and that is what has been happening to majority, even to the children. You find a son is in the university, and the certificate that is being used in the government belongs to the son, who does not even know what is paid. In case something happens and the father mess up, you put that Gen Z into jeopardy, because you go maybe mess up in the procurement sector, maybe you bring substandard goods, and a case is opened up in the company. Who bears that cost and the shame is the Gen Z. So I'd also like to advise our Gen Zs, as much as your uncles, your dads, your moms, they want to use your ID cards to set up companies so that they can benefit from the access to government opportunities to youth and people with disability. Even people with disability, you find somebody is in a wheelchair and has this rich uncle who has money for entrepreneurship. They just say, let me take for you a certificate for PDW, and then they go and say the company belongs to the guy, they open an account, he will never transact. So they have to be very careful. And I think also the government needs to do the vetting, especially for the woman, because that is where we draw the line. The women need to prove that they are in control of this business, and I think a committee should set up to visit those companies. You go and find a housewife is running a multi-million business, a tender to supply metal in Mau Summit. And the person who's doing it is the husband or the brother or the uncle. So that woman is domesticated at home and remains at home. And we have heard what the ladies have said and how they have come out of it. So I think also the government, sometimes it fails at. It needs to scrutinize these companies so the women can benefit, not just the big fish.
Alright, nimekuwa pale ndani, nimesikia story yako. Na labda tu swali ya kwanza ningependa kuuliza. Ulisema uliolewa ukiwa na miaka 18 kama sijakosea pale. Utatuambia experience yako pale. Alafu kisha utuambie Star Brands, why women not men?
So mimi kwetu wakati nilizaliwa mamangu alikuwa anataka kijana. So roho ya rejection ilianza hapo. Na nyanyangu ndiye aliyemzalisha. So hata kitovu changu kilikatwa na nyanyangu. Na yeye ndio pia akanipa jina. Kwa hivyo kuanza kuwa kwa hiyo familia, kuna ule mtoto wa mamangu mwenye alikuwa ananichukia. So hiyo chuki ikazidi na ikazidi, ikaenda kwa mashangazi, ikaenda kwa wajomba, mpaka wakati nilishajijua, nikaona hawa watu hawanipendi. So vile unasemanga nitatoroka nyumbani, badala mimi nitoroke nikuwe chokora, nilitoroka nikaenda nikakuwa bibi ya mtu. Miaka 18. Lakini ule mtu akasema lazima tufanye harusi. Huku kwetu ni kwa spiritual leaders. At 18 years na niko na ID. Lazima ingekuwa official kwa sababu the family was very spiritual and they were in the leadership of the church and we walked down the aisle and that is how I found myself to be a mother.
Wow.
But it was challenging because mwanzo I think I don't have a taste for young guys. Mimi ni lazima ukue above 15 years difference. So alikuwa anaona mimi ni katoto. So alikuwa ananitreat tu kama katoto. So ilikuwa ni kama ni mimi na kijana yangu ni bro yangu. So akitukelelesha na tukelelesha sisi zote. Nikaona hii hapana. Anyway, so I grew up knowing that I need to stand by myself. And I came to know even in marriage, as long as you first don't stand on yourself, even a man will not respect you. And that's why now you have to associate yourself with brands like Star Brands, who are empowering women, and also giving the visibility to women, and also other companies that are empowering women. And as I've told you, my first job I was a tea girl. Na ni kujiamini, unaenda unaambia mtu mimi naweza pika hiyo chai. The problem with graduates nowadays and why they are not getting jobs is because I come to you and I tell you I have a job for a clerk. Your work is to be getting bid boards from Equity Bank, Fourways branch, where Mr. Moreithi is a branch manager. You take it to the head office na mshahara ni 30,000. Wewe unaanza kuniambia wewe uko na degree ya masters in finance. My friend, I'm opening for you a door that you go and explain to those people your capability. That is where you, when you're inside, they learn that you have a master's degree or you have a degree in financing, and they make you an accountant or a cashier. But when you are outside a company, you're not able to express and sell your capabilities. So I want to advise the Gen Zs. Ukitua kazi ya driver, wewe ingia. Uko umebeba mdosi hivi uone ako in good moods. So unajua kuna ile anakuambia na leo umenifanyia vizuri, anambia na by the way boss, mimi am an expert ya IT. In the company I can do both. Hata I can volunteer for free. Anakupatia kazi ya IT. Mwenyewe anaona huyu jamaa amejituma. So let the Gen Zs not get stuck of, chest dumping. I have a degree, nimesoma, I always tell my son, go out of your way. Go and show that person, apart from you being a saxophonist, you are an artist. Unaweza chora. So that is what I want the Gen Zs to learn from me. How I got myself into Equity Bank. And that is where my doors opened. That is where I met the companies that employed me later in that bank. So they should not limit themselves and they should not put a barrier to their success.
Yes. Hapo tu kwa Gen Z, napenda jinsi ambavyo unajieleza na unawaambia ukweli. Juzi mambo na politics pale, tumeona president wetu ameenda kutembea church fulani, JCM church pale, and of course kulikuwa na vitu mingi sana ambazo zilihappen kwa mitandao. Vijana wakasema tumekuwa betrayed. Nimekuuliza hii swali kwa sababu unaguzia sana vijana pale, na labda ungependa kuambiaje vijana, kwa sababu wengi wao wanasema wako betrayed, vitu kama hizo umekuwa ukiona, na pia pale mitandaoni nikikufuatilia umekuwa ukipost pale ukisema ya kwamba acheni kuwa na hiyo akili nini, huwezi tembelewa na mtu, vitu kama hiyo.
First of all, Gen Zs wamekataa kujiamini. Because wangekuwa wamejiamini, by now they should having their own church. Wangekuwa wamepeleka Gen Z wengine theology, St. Paul's University, wasome Gen Z, by now wasome kukua pastors. I see them singing in clubs. By now they should be having a praise team. They should be having like a praise and worship team, like ile ya PK pale Rwaka. You understand? So they should not be relying on people that they don't believe in. They should believe in themselves. So kusema they went to JCM, for me if I was asked, ningewauliza wangefanya service yao. They should believe in themselves and nobody should come to control them. The same way they are saying, we don't want this government. By now they should be producing to us the president that they want, who is a Gen Z. You understand? The governor that they want, who is a Gen Z. Have they done political science? Where are they? Where are the Gen Zs that have finished graduating in political science? So they should not criticize what they want to become. That is what I can advise them. So if I want you to come to my school and you feel my school is not good, look for lecturers who can go and study the German language. You as the Gen Zs, go to the TVET, register your own TVET, recruit your own Gen Zs. They should not make a mistake of relying on you as a journalist to come and rely on your media, and when you mess up, you drag with them. We've been told about leadership. Those who walk behind and watch the people, and those who walk aside. So you should not mislead the Gen Zs as a journalist. You should encourage them also to be where you are so that they stop criticizing what they want to become. So if the Gen Z want to become a president, they should not criticize the president. He should come up and say, I am doing political science. Okay? Like the way Babu was doing when he was in the university. Now we can see what he became when he was a Gen Z that time. That time he was a millennial. He wants to become now. So let the Gen Z stop gagging anybody in what their interest is. Let them come up and show us you have a skill in manufacturing. You are an artist. come and show us how can we manufacture the paint, because you have the skills. Then look for investors like us who can support your vision, and you start it as a Gen Z. Don't rely to us as millennials to hold your vision, because we have failed the Gen Zs according to them. But if they want us to empower them, we can empower them. Wakianza kanisa, mimi nitaenda vile naendanga Harambee niwape kitu. Wakianza present worship team kama ile ya PK Monday worship, mimi nitaenda niwanunulie drum set. Let the Gen Z stopping gagging their life. That is the mistakes we did when we were millennials, and that is the same mistakes the Gen Zs are doing, to hold on to somebody, to cling on to somebody. And I hope the media doesn't take this, otherwise I'll be told I slapped
We're talking about slapping someone. We saw you made peace with someone, maybe you slap. Hope it's not you today. I saw you with the Shokoro of Nairobi. I saw you supporting. I see you supporting young talents or young musicians or young artists in the Kikuyu industry. So are you going to still continue supporting them? And also about Gen Z, do you think the Gen Zs feel so much entitled to, I must have this, maybe it must be given this. They don't want to work for something, but they believe they need to be given it.
Well, in my own house, I have a Gen Z. But my Gen Z believes in himself. But the reason he believes in himself is because I have already empowered him. He's a saxophonist, and you've seen him playing the saxophone. But now the problem comes in when he makes the money, he does not want to be advised how to use it. So we are having that fight. That entitlement is there. And I want to tell the Gen Z, as much as the millennials and the older ones, you feel like we failed you, either as parents or as a country, we might be holding a little wisdom that can help you. Because the moment you make your 100K, and all of it you go to buy maybe a gadget worth 100K, even 110K na wanaacha deni. Na naambia, hey bro, nikifanya gig ingine, ndalipa hiyo 10K. So they need to also look in their own circle, people who can advise them in their own language. I believe they have financial analysts, Gen Zs, they have accountants, they have people who, they have even business model people who can help them into building in what you have, because they have a lot of talent. But the chest dumping is there. Do you know a Gen Z will wake up and tell you, today I'm not going to school? Mine told me, you know what, he told me, you know, I don't want you to spend a lot of money on me. I want you to save your money. So I'm dropping out of school, and he's doing architecture. And I asked him, so you are choosing the money to use and the money not to use? I told him, if you're choosing to quit school, even my house, you leave. Chakula ukajinunulie. And that is where parents need to stay firm. Because kama hataki nilipe shule, mbona mimi akae kwangu? And the guy was like, by the way. And then I told him, it's good to have that degree as a backup. If you open your law firm and you leave people working in the in the architecture firm, you go do your music. Music is, you saw even Shokora. The day he said that I paid him, I don't know, to insult him. You know, that boy told me that he didn't have rent. I have all those messages. I don't have rent, and you see the way I have defended you, innocently. I sent him. In fact, I sent him 20K. I didn't send him 10K. The following morning, Wanja, Nyarari, I was like, this guy is sin. So I vowed and I told him, the day I meet you, I will teach you a lesson.